Hello everyone, it's me again. Just letting you know, I'm just doing a quick update of the motherboard that I installed it's going to be 2 weeks pretty soon. But I've been doing like a lot of tests, a lot of tweaking, a lot of tuning. It's been not a hefty process. It's been between gaming and processing power, how to utilize it the best. And I gotta say, it has been amazing. As you can see, the layout that I'm showing right now, that I have, I completely, sorry about this, guys. There we go. That looks a little bit better, so you can actually see the screen. I have a couple things laid out for you. CPU Z. This came with, I had one similar to it that was aftermarket, that was original Cupid CPU Z, but they had one strictly from ROG, so I'm using that one because, quite frankly, it looks nicer. As you can see, I'm right here. Wow, itchy nose. Not R2. Sorry about that, guys. Noob alert. Give me 1 second. Okay, so back to what in front of us. Right here, you can see we have the MSI combustor. I'm going to do a quick stress test bench, so you can see. And if you can see, I have the stock clocks and everything for the GPU because I'm not that great for overclocking on the GPU. So I'm just keeping it stock because I really don't have much issues besides range of view on a lot of games. But of course, it's just a 760 GTX from WindForce from Gigabyte. It's great, but not the top of the line. Well, you can't ask for more. You can't push it more than it should because it just bogs down after a while if you try to overclock it. Maybe just me, but I'm going to do a quick stress test so I can show you guys that everything works really great. It's a lot faster than it was before. I wish I did this before to compare between both motherboard, and I'm not going to do that. And I know I have my other motherboard in the back, but I'm not going to go back and forth and keep on alternating parts and retuning, retweaking. It's my fault. I should have done a prior test to this before doing anything else, but that's my fault, and I apologize to you guys. I should have done that more professionally. But you can see it's actually really decent, and how it looks and how it feels. The texture is not too bad, and it's doing it's running three of the GPU settings. The GTX is almost finished with this, and it's 90. Got it's taking most of the grunt right now. It's not showing none of the stuff. Because I'm running actually the dual screen, so over here onto my left, my screen is actually using some of the graphics, so that's why you see the Radeon HD 5770 actually working. And I'm going to kill my cat. She's making a mess and a lot of noise. You are persistent. Anyways. You want to go see? You want to see her? Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Hi, YouTube. Okay. She broke the blinds the other day, and I'm not too happy about that. But anyways, she's still one of my little loves of life. But yeah, as you can see, everything looks really good. Everything looks fine. That's just a stress test. Let's do the benchmark, see what kind of scores we're getting. And this is just running off the GTX, not doing the stress test that's showing everything that's going on the computer system. And I know people are going to be telling me why I'm running those two graphic cards. Because, one, I don't have all the connections. I don't feel like spending money on getting the other connection because I don't have a lot of money to spend on connections, even though I have a nice rig. But when I had a job, I purchased most of this stuff, and good tax returns gave me the chance to make the system. I was fortunate enough that my mom was willing to give me such a great upgrade for my system, so I can better. Excuse me. indigestion, that I can have a perfect system for to do the stuff I want to do. And this is the, and I can't complain. My mom has been great and been supportive of my dreams, and it weren't for her, none of this could really happen for me. Because one, she gave me life, and two, she helps me follow my dreams. As you can see, I gotta tell you one thing, guys. That score was not like that before, and I wish I didn't. Yet again, not being professional, I should have done a benchmark score when I had the other motherboard. Because the last time I scored this, I had a 51, a 5100 like points. Now I got 91 points. So it shows that it has actually improved a whole lot. And right now I'm running about 4.0 gigahertz of processing power. When the stock is 35, but this CPU can turbo boost to 4.0. It actually can go higher than that, but to keep it within its tolerance range, I'm going to keep it at 4.0, and that's auto clocking through this whole system. So it's actually really great. Get that out of the way. Monitoring system. And you can see on the sensors, it tells you everything that's going on and telling the different voltage that are in there. The CPUs have 42 degrees Celsius right now. The motherboards are 31 degrees Celsius. And you're showing all the different fans and everything that's working right now. The ones that are not working. But it has a lot more control. I love this system, how everything fluctuates and works so well together. Like for instance, I go to tools, I go to the fan expert. Sorry about that. Takes a second to load up for some reason. It's not loading up. Feel like a durr. Okay. Stabilization problem, I guess. Anyways. Telling you the core voltage here. It gives you so much detail. Like the other one, it did the same thing. It just, this one looks much nicer. And it works a whole lot smoother. I can't complain about the system. It's actually working really great. For some reason, this is not working for right now. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, just to cut it, I don't know, I'm trying to cut it short, but is the fact that it's like everything is working properly like it's supposed to. I have no real issues with the system right now. I'm really excited at how it runs. I can't complain about it. And I'm going to be putting more videos out there. This is just an update of how everything's working in my system. It's working perfectly. I understand why this is causing me troubles, but you can see the performance-wise from a live stream right here. You can see it's working 16%, 13%, only utilizing 3 gigabytes of memory right now. Systems are working great. There you go. Now it's for some reason it just took forever. Alright. Testing and tweaking stuff happens all the time. Let's make this a little live tweaking. Now my cat is loving on me. She has a thing for feet. Anybody's cats are like that? They have a thing for feet? I think it's having a little issue with the overclocking because it automatically tunes the overclocking, and I don't have the 4-pin power insert for the CPU that's on this board because you got the 6-pin and the 4-pin that you can add for added voltage, so you can help manage the overclocking to make it better. And unfortunately, my power supply does not support that extra 4-pin. I don't know if I can use the GPU a 4-pin. I don't know if that's going to give the right amount of power, and I don't want to do something dumb about that, but I'm probably going to end up, I really want to get a modular power supply, so that way I have more control where the power goes and how things are connected. But I don't want to get a rinky-dink one, and right now it's not in the budget. So alright, apparently having some technical difficulties, but this is what it is. It happens, as normal. Things are not perfect. I expected it to be perfect, but it wasn't. But there's nothing wrong with the system. You see, it doesn't crash. No blue screen, no black screen, no nothing. Everything is actually perfect. So, besides some technical difficulties, wasn't doing this before, but you know how life is. It's unpredictable. Okay. After restarting the computer, I forgot that I did do some tweaking, and so it didn't save everything all the first time. So I had to restart the computer, get everything set up properly, and now have complete control. As you can see, it has full fan control, power control over here. You see the fan speed, the RPMs from 100% to 0%, and I have it set up for a turbo setting. You can also use your personal setting, but I'm going to use the turbo setting because it keeps it nice and cool. Keeps a fan running. You can have a silent mode, standard, disable. That's the CPU fan, and it's also the chassis fan. Chassis fans are the fans that are connected to the motherboard, which I have the 2 fronts, the 2 side panels, and the rear for the push-pull configuration on the rad. So I have all that connected because unfortunately I have 2 more that's on top that are the exhaust fans. That one I can't control. Which just needs to stay a steady high, so it just pushes out, so it doesn't actually use the voltage on the motherboard because it's using up the power supply. So that's just the fans. I mean, also, and you see the sensors right here. It also gives you the RPMs there as well, and it gives you these are the optional temperature sensors that I don't have connected, just the regular motherboard temperature sensor and the CPU temperature sensor, the regular voltage, and the other tools are for the turbo. Current operation will be terminated. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. And it's going to go to Turbo V Evo. And so it shows you all the basic buzz frequencies, the voltage, everything, the DRAM voltage. It shows you everything that's running right now, and you have all the tuning. And it's showing right here the megahertz right now is running a 4 point when it's actually have a load on there, and you can see the percentage that is per core that is operating right now. And you can go back to the stock default settings again, which will drop it back down to 3.7, and you can do the auto tuning, which you can do fast or extreme. Right now it's at the extreme settings, which is boosting it up to 4.0. But I said, the 8320 from FX AMD FX series can handle up a turbo boost to 4.0. You can actually push it further than that, but I want to put it between the sweet spot between 3.5 to 4.0. it can get pushed more further than that because when it first comes, it has the regular air cool system. Have it liquid cool, so I can get pushed 4. I can probably push it up 4.5 or even 5. So it just depends how much I want to actually push it, which is I don't really want to. And as you can see, this is the exact modifier that's actually pushing it to get to that 3.9 to 4.0 gigahertz sweet spot, and it's showing you that it's only pushing it halfway on the course itself. You can just push it further than that. I mean, it shows you can push it up to a ridiculous 9 if you wanted to, which I guarantee will probably melt it. As it refreshes, so it's back to the 17.5. But you can actually do that right there. You can manually push it to where you want it to without going into the new BIOS of the UEFI. Oh, sorry, I probably said that wrong. But you don't have to go to the BIOS to go through all that. If you want to do it professionally and do specific numbers, you can do that. Or you can do basically it's pretty much the overclock for dummies. Why was it so hard to say that? So anyways, this is pretty straightforward. You have your auto tuning, which gets you back to the Evo, Turbo V Evo settings. It's easy. You got your manual mode, so you can see what you're pushing at, and you can get save your profile. I'm gonna save right here. Name 4.0 boost. Save. So that's the 4.0 boost. I can save it at that, and then I can load a different profile. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. You get the point. Monitoring systems. You got your sensors and your CPU frequency. This gets back to this part right here, your CPU frequency right here. That was kind of dumb. Anyways. So, and you got your sensor, yep, supposed to go to your sensor, CPU, sensor, CPU, sensor. You see everything is everything's good, nothing's red, it's perfect. Before I had the problem because I did change some stuff around and I didn't save and restart the system, which is important. Very important. Restart your system every time you do something new and tweaking it, because then you'll end up doing what I did. That's a no-no. So I enjoy the system. Before Gigabyte, granted it's ultra durable 4. It's a great system. It can handle a lot of stuff. It still has a daisy chain connection that it just doesn't have the individual for the memory cards, so it doesn't utilize the memory as well as this board does. The individually direct port for each memory card is amazing. As I told you, with the graphics itself, I was just pushing 5100 for the rating, and I got a 91. So that's a 4,000 increase in point scores. So that means more rendering processing, better graphics, and that's just, yeah, upgrading to a much better motherboard. But the price difference between the ultra durable and the Formula V or 5, I apologize, it's 5. The Crosshair is ridiculous. Or Formula Z or Crosshair 5. It's ridiculous. They're almost in the same price range, and you're getting so much more. So that Gigabyte was almost $200. It was $150, $160, and this board is at $225 right now. So the money that you're spending is well worth it. You got so much more customization. I mean, 3.5 gigahertz is respectable, and most systems right now can push more than that. I'm not an extreme OC enthusiast that want to push my system to the max. I want to make it last. And this is the tolerance it can go between 3.5 and 4.0. I don't want to push it more than that. I've pushed it before, and it was not unstable because of the settings and everything. And plus, it was on the Gigabyte motherboard versus this Asus beast of a machine. ROG is make some of the best products with Asus ever. I really wish I had more stuff to say about this. It pretty much speaks for itself. I'm loving it. I have nothing else to complain besides my own stupidity and forgetting how to, but to restart the system and actually operate it properly. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave comments below. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have any more comments about the motherboard and performance, or you want me to do other different kind of bench tests, let me know and I'll actually go out there and do it. I am excited about this system. I've been over a week now, almost 2 weeks with the new motherboard, and I have nothing to complain about at all. It's smooth, it works, I have a lot of fun with it. So, rambling on, but let me know if you need any kind of opinions or anything else, because I've been in two worlds right now between Asus and Gigabyte. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.